guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Richard from Inverted Adventures, and I have something super exciting today sitting right here, as you can see. For those of you that don't know, this is the new Redcat Kaiju Ext, which I think stands for Extended. I'm pretty sure what that stands. That's what the Ext is. It is 51 millimeters longer than the old Kaiju platform, the blue one that most of you have probably seen if you're watching this video. But that longer wheelbase makes this thing absolutely awesome. This one is not mine. My good buddy Eric just got one. They just came in, I think, a week or so ago to our local dealer. So he had ordered one, and he was kind enough to let me do a unboxing and review and rundown on the truck. And we were out earlier and bashing it around, so we have some running footage and stuff like that. So I will dive right into this thing. I personally, when I saw it at first, did not care for the look of the body. Just wasn't a fan, but I will say in person it is a lot cooler than it was online. I think the white is a much nicer color than the copper one, but for those that like the copper or orange, whichever color it is, it's not a terrible looking truck, but I do, if I was to get one, I would be getting this white and black because it's pretty cool. It is an absolute beast. It is, like I said, 51 millimeters longer than the old one, and it's still 6S capable. You can run single 6S or dual 3S, but you can also run 4S. You can run dual 2S or single 4S batteries, and we ran it today on 4S, and it'll just do a standing wheelie as long as you hold the throttle. So I can't imagine it on 6S. Eric told me I could run it if I want to. I don't know that I'm going to do that because I don't want to bust it up on him. He's only had it for a week. But I can't imagine this thing on 6S. It's enough of a beast on 4S that I don't even know why you would want to do that. But that's what it's made for. It's rated for 6S. It's a 150 amp ESC and a 21 kV motor. So it's pretty big. It's 8th scale is what they have it described as. And we will pull it over here and look at that beast. It's a little scuffed up because, like I said, Eric's had it for about a week, but got her nice and cleaned up to do this. So we will pop the top off. One thing he always does, and I really like it, a little bit of Gorilla Tape on the inside. Some people use shoe glue and drywall tape, but just keep that body protected on the inside because they are getting more expensive with these newer cars. But inside, nice sturdy chassis. Wheelie bar on the back, you definitely need that because, like I said, even on 4S, if you gun it from a dead stop, it'll just stand up and it'll go as long as you hold that trigger. And it's pretty crazy. So that wheelie bar is definitely needed, otherwise that wing's going to take a beating. And up front, we've got really hefty shocks there. The lower arms are pretty heavy duty looking. Axles, tie rod ends, everything looks pretty beefy on this thing. So the chassis, it is not metal. It is not a metal chassis. It's a plastic chassis, but it is pretty beefy looking, so I don't think that'll be too big of a problem. I have heard that they are having some problems with the upper arms from the factory, and Redcat is sending out replacements for that, so they are taking care of that problem. Eric has not had any problems with this one yet, so hopefully it stays together well for him. But Redcat is apparently aware of that and taking care of that problem. But all kinds of room to fit batteries in there. He's got two 2S packs strapped in it that we ran this afternoon. And like I said, it'll do whatever you want. It'll do donuts, it'll jump, it'll wheelie. It's a pretty sweet truck. So yeah, 150 amp ESC, waterproof, and nice big 40, 68, 2100 kV motor, fan, heat sink, all comes on it, straight from the dealer. It is a pretty sweet truck. So I will not bore you guys too long with all the technical stuff, because any of you that want the total technical specs, you can get that from Redcat's website. But without further ado, we will dive into some of the bashing and jumping and running and wheelies and stuff like that we did this afternoon. And you guys can see this thing in action. I'm a lot more excited now that I see it in person, and Eric let me test it out, than I was initially. So that's a good thing. Not that I was like, oh, I'm never going to buy that, but it wasn't something that I thought would be the coolest thing for me. but after seeing it in person, I am pretty impressed with it. So that is my rundown on this Kaiju Ext extended version. Personally, also, Eric used to have the original Kaiju, and so I've seen that been run and driven before, and I've seen it run by a couple other people too. But I think they knocked it out of the park by extending this wheelbase. It just seems so much more stable and handles so much better with that longer wheelbase with that kind of power inside. Whether it be 4S or 6S, especially on the 6S, I think this would, we haven't tried it yet, I think this would handle better on 6S than the other one did. So I'm going to stop mumbling on. If you guys want to stick around and watch this thing get bashed around and jumped and do some donuts, stay tuned.